Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Mariana's Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth. Thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Chris Nelson. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. A legacy air carrier will cease service at the end of the month, the same day that Hyatt Regency Saipan closes its doors. Also tonight, Managaha Island has some new beach additions, but CRM says they don't have a permit. And what can you do in 48 hours on Saipan? A former resident has a can-do list and a can-do attitude. In sports, a professional soccer player is on Saipan and is going to display some kicks this weekend. Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
I love Mariana's Coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Half a day, women of the Marianas, in our roles as mother, wives, daughters, and friends, we often put the health of our families and loved ones first. But remember, to be the best version of ourselves, we must prioritize our own health. Regular screening like mammograms, pap tests, empower us to detect cancer at its earliest stages, increasing the chances of successful treatment. Take a moment to schedule your screening today. By taking care of ourselves, we can continue to care for those we love. Make your health a priority. Your loved ones need you, and you deserve the best possible care. Schedule your mammogram and pap test by calling the CHC Women's Clinic at 670-234-8951.
Let your people know. When it comes to the pickle to chicken ratio, some people, they playing in your face, but not the McCrispy.
Just 2 years after celebrating 30 years of air service to Saipan, Asiana Airlines says it will close its office and say their last operation will be on June 30th. Asiana GM Intek Wong announced the closure yesterday, saying they will no longer service the Saipan-Incheon route and will shut down their local office. It's another blow to the tourism industry. In recent years, the airline found it difficult to compete with the low-cost carriers that provide service to the Marianas from Seoul. The Chinese market provided a boost in revenue prior to COVID as the company used its extensive route network in China to bring Chinese tourists through Seoul to the Marianas. It's been 32 years of service for the carrier. The two Korean legacy carriers, Korean and Asiana, essentially split up the regional market, with Korean Air providing service to Guam and Asiana providing to Saipan. Asiana and Korean are expected to finish their merger in the coming months, and the CNMI is expected to negotiate with Korean Air to provide service to the Northern Marianas in the future. Asiana first started the route here in 1992. The company will shut down locally on the same day as Hyatt Regency Saipan. Monongahela Island is still in year one under new management, and it has been a bit of a stop-and-go start for the Korean company managing it, Global Marianas. Tassi Tours managed the property for close to 4 decades, but did not participate in the last round of request for proposals. Global Marianas took over last year and began implementing some changes. The company pays about $70,000 per month in rent to DPL, a sizable jump from DPL's previous deal. Recently, Global Marianas installed these inflatable sun loungers on the sand area on the west side of Monongahela. They are designed to go in the ocean, but the company has placed them here for the time being. Coastal Resources Management said today that the company needs a permit to do that, and they don't have one. CRM says Global has applied for a permit for a floating dock, and that will need to be signed off by the Army Corps, and the company will need to comply with some mitigation requests, but approval could be forthcoming. Larry Sherry has a lot of experience out on the island, and he is helping managing the life-saving plan at Monongahela.
Our hope is to always communicate with the tour agents to make them understand and to brief them about the water, the marine lives that can hurt them, and most especially the slippery rocks.
In the past, the swimming area, the lifeguarded area, is on the leeward side of the island, but tourists are free to swim elsewhere, although not encouraged, and that has been a cause of concern.
How do you keep the people safe that aren't in this front area? What do you guys do for the backside?
Oh, well, the thing is, we don't really fully control people that they come on the island. You know, if they come here, we have our main swimming area right here. We always tell them, well, this is where we lifeguard watching fully on this area. But if they don't agree with us, they want to swim other than that, then well, we brief them that they have to swim on their own risk and make sure they have the equipment, the safety equipment with them all the time.
Between 400 and 600 tourists a day are going to Monongahela, but many of them don't use the services that are on the island. They come on other boats and have activities scheduled with other companies, and that has prompted some discontent among the operators of Monongahela Island and the other companies in the tourism industry that service Monongahela Island. The current fee for tourists arriving on Monongahela is $10 per person. We're told half of that goes to Marianas Global and half to the Department of Public Lands. Reducing the amount of water produced that goes through the pipes and then down the drain is one of the goals for the new CUC Executive Director, Kevin Watson.
When I started, we were about 75% non-revenue water. That's a tremendous amount of water going through our piping that doesn't show up as revenue or metered customers. We have been successful to reduce that to 60% now, and we see a slow, steady trend downward. Our goal, immediate goal, is to get it below 50% within the next 12 months.
Watson says this requires manual inspections of the 15 tanks on the island.
Presently, we have to send operators in vehicles out to each tank to take the levels. And, as many of you know, you may not be using the water during the day as much. So it takes more pumping from the wells. We have 130 plus wells that are running 24/7. The goal had previously been, okay, let's keep that tank as full as possible so our customers will have plenty of pressure. However, when we do that and we have all the 130 wells pumping to the tanks, and then you turn off your faucets and you go to sleep, at night that water continues to pump. And we found out that the reservoirs were running over. When it runs over, it just, we're expending not only the energy to pump that water and the chemicals to treat it, unnecessarily going down the drain and into the lagoon. So we have adjusted our operational procedures to send out the crews in the late afternoon, check the levels, and then cut back on the amount of wells online. That has been fairly successful.
Watson says they have been able to reduce the amount of water pumped by up to 50 million gallons per month, and that translates into saving on both the energy and chemical side. But there is a cost associated with manually checking the pumps each day.
We, on average, produce 200 to 300 million gallons of water per month, but we only sell to our customers 100 million gallons per month. So, what's that cost?
A local car dealer is going for a triple-double as they put their best shot forward and pledge to maintain a hoops court on Capitol Hill. Mayor Camacho has struck a deal with Atkins Kroll Toyota for a Capitol Hill renovation project that should put some people on the court.
This is assigned to Parks and Rec to maintain it. Government cannot really handle it, to be honest. My belief is collaboration with private entity is the best partner here in the community to move forward. Everybody's are facing, all kinds of problems, struggling with financial, the economy issues, the industry, the tourism is not really moving, the casino is not moving anywhere. So what industry do we have? Okay? So as a mayor, I'm promoting the land and the water. That's a third industry that we can cultivate and harvest those.
The mayor says he hopes the basketball court can get kids off of their phones.
Basketball court is so important. We always promote a healthy lifestyle. We try to remove the kids from obesity and technology. Nowadays, the kids are just drugs and addictive one. But the technology is the worst now. It's building a lot of problems to the young generation.
When we appropriate money, whether it's to nonprofit organizations or to community projects, the renovations, the fixing the place up is the easy part. It's the maintenance that gets a little difficult.
Atkins Kroll will serve as the sponsor, providing maintenance and beautification of the basketball court and the area around it.
And this basketball court really stood out to me. It's in a great place on Capitol Hill, and when you look around, you can't even play a game right now because of the way that the rims are and the nets are. And so we are really committed to giving this place some love and taking care of it because the people of Saipan and the community deserves more. Our entire AK team will lend a hand in maintaining and beautifying this place. We promise it will be a place that our residents and visitors will enjoy.
Upgrade your savings when you bundle with any iPhone 15 series today. Our affordable Link bundle gives you the power to choose just what you need. With mobile and home internet starting for as low as $105 a month, no home phone required. Plus, activate your bundle with a brand new iPhone 15 and receive your first 2 months of home internet on us. A $50 port-in credit, a SuperPod AX, and basic installation, all free for a limited time. Additional conditions may apply. Visit DocomoPacific.com to learn more. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Let your people know. When it comes to the pickle to chicken ratio, some people, they playing in your face. But not the McCrispy.
At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under CNMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537. A local man has had criminal information filed against him by the CNMI. Sammy Christopher Capileo, a 49-year-old man, has been charged with obstructing justice, fleeing, or attempting to elude a police officer, along with resisting arrest, assault and battery, reckless driving, and 2 counts of vandalism. Police say that after a recent attempted traffic stop, Capileo drove away from the officers. They blocked his vehicle and say that Capileo then resisted arrest and drove the vehicle repeatedly backwards and forwards, grabbed one of the officers' arms and caused injuries as he drove the vehicle forward. Police say he also drove forward and backward into multiple vehicles in the parking lot and caused bodily injury to 2 police officers. The incident allegedly happened on May the 16th. How do you best spend 48 hours in Saipan? For a former resident who lived here for 6 years, it was imperative that he pay a visit over to the Northern Mariana Islands for an island reunion during a visit to the region. But time was short, and he came in with a plan to make the most of the daylight hours. Andrew Rinaldi grew up in Australia and made his way to Saipan for some of his formative years.
I was working for what was then Tusharos in Australia, and I was asked to come out to Micronesia for 3 months. So I came out and I worked in Chuuk for a month, I worked in Ponape for 2 weeks, and I worked in Saipan for 6 weeks. And it was just such a privilege to go to all those places. It was, they were all just so beautiful. People were so nice. There's so much interesting culture. So I just left the islands thinking I want to come back here, and I moved back probably about a year and a half later, and then lived in Saipan for another 6 years, and it was absolutely brilliant.
So back to the schedule, and as I'm writing this, I'm thinking this could be a blueprint for short-stay tourists. You just need a rent-a-car, a machete, some snorkeling gear, and a keen sense of adventure.
Got off the plane, dropped into your office. About 40 minutes later, I was on Wireless Hill, cutting a hash trail, which I did for about 3 hours. I think after that, I went and snorkeled out to the tanks.
Rinaldi is just getting started, and the island cooperated with beautiful evening weather on the beach at the newly renovated Crown Plaza Resort.
Caught a absolutely magnificent sunset.
This is a special time of the year, the shoulder season between dry and rainy season. Seas are calm, a little rain that greened things up a bit this week. The flame trees are out, and we are approaching our longest days of the year. Sun going down at 6:45 and rising at 5:45 in the a.m.
Got up in the morning, went straight out to Monagaha, which was unbelievably beautiful, as always. Walked around, did some snorkeling.
A short walk around Monagaha Island had some surprises. These floating sunshades are floating on the sand on the western part of the island, a new look that none of us had seen before. It was a boat ride back in, and then it was a drive up to elevation.
I went up to Topachau, had a lovely Japanese meal for lunch in Garapan, then went out and swam in the grotto, and then ran a hash. Oh, and I forgot, I also went to Joten to buy beer and got asked for ID, which was a real highlight at my age.
Rinaldi was last on island 6 or 7 years ago. He currently lives in the UK, in London. We're going to have more with Rinaldi next week, but today he is on a flight out with a well-put-together schedule that combined some of the very best of island life.
48 hours in Saipan, you can pack a lot in, and oh my word, it was amazing. So, loved it.
Festpac kicked off today in Hawaii, and CNMI made its entrance just a couple of hours ago for the opening ceremony. This is the 13th version of FestPac, and this year's theme is Regenerating Oceania. This showcase of arts and culture started in 1972 to halt the erosion of traditional practices through ongoing cultural exchange. FestPac runs through the 16th of June.
The Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands is a unique country in the Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture, with a dual indigenous community, thus having a dual set of values, traditions, and cultures.
Location, location, location. Office space on Capitol Hill available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park. With natural light and ocean views, it's the perfect place for creative professionals. So upgrade your life and your working environment. Schedule an exclusive showing now. Call us at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
Buenas sports fans.
Captain of the Japan women's national team and the 2019 AFC Player of the Year is bringing her boots to the Mariana Islands. A soccer clinic with Japanese professional footballer Saki Kumagai will be held tomorrow on Saipan at the Koblerville complex. Kumagai has made over 100 caps for Japan women's national team, currently ranks as the third most capped female player for the country. She made her senior international debut for Japan in 2008 at the age of just 17, and she has now represented Japan in 4 World Cup tournaments, winning the 2011 FIFA Women's World Cup. She scored the decisive penalty in the penalty shootout. She was named captain of the national team in January of 2017. Registration starts at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Participants should bring a water bottle, cleats, and soccer attire. She's going to run 2 clinics tomorrow. The first one will be from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. That'll be with under 12 girls. And then from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. with the under 16. Registration starts again at 8 a.m. in Koblerville.
Upgrade your savings when you bundle with any iPhone 15 series today. Our affordable Link Bundle gives you the power to choose just what you need, with mobile and home internet starting for as low as $105 a month, no home phone required. Plus, activate your bundle with a brand new iPhone 15 and receive your first 2 months of home internet on us. A $50 port-in credit, a SuperPod AX, and basic installation, all free for a limited time. Additional conditions may apply. Visit DocomoPacific.com to learn more. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week. Should be nice weather this weekend. East winds 10 knots, wind waves 2 feet or less, and east swell of 4 to 6 feet. Saturday through Sunday night, we're looking at east winds 10 to 15 knots, wind waves 2 to 3 feet, and east swell of 3 to 5 feet as the ocean subsides a little bit. Monday and Tuesday, east winds of 10 knots, wind waves 2 feet or less, east swell 3 to 5 feet, chance of showers. And then in the middle of next week, east winds 5 to 10 knots, wind waves 2 feet or less, east swell 3 to 5 feet, chance of showers, and slight chance of thunderstorms. Have a great weekend.